Dear comrades, dear friends and fellow trade unionists, many thanks for inviting me to speak at this important gathering, marking 3 years since the illegal and devastating invasion of Ukraine by Russia. The global trade union movement condemns this war. We demand an immediate ceasefire and full respect for international law. As trade unionists, we know war is never the answer. Working people suffer greatly and pay a heavy price. We know that peace is a fundamental human right because it is essential for social justice. War is the enemy of working people. It kills workers by the thousands. It destroys homes, devastates livelihoods, and wipes out the future hopes of entire generations. And from the early days of trade unionism, we have recognized that wars are fought for the interest and enrichment of the elite, while it are the workers who pay the ultimate price. Our history is clear. We opposed colonialism, we fought against fascism, and stood at the forefront of struggles for democracy and human rights. And after the horrors of World War II, we championed the creation of the United Nations and the further development of the International Labour Organization, knowing that lasting peace is only possible when built on a foundation of social justice. And today we face an unprecedented crisis. War, inequality, and climate destruction are threatening everyone's safety and common security. Military spending in the world has soared to a record-breaking of $2.4 trillion, while public services, wages, and social protections are being slashed. This is unacceptable. This is against the interests of working people. This is undemocratic. And we refuse to accept a world where billions are spent on weapons, where then at the same time millions of people struggle to survive. At the same time, we are witnessing a sustained and dangerous attack on international law and multilateral systems designed to manage existential threats to humanity. And from Ukraine to Palestine, from Sudan to Myanmar, conflicts rage with impunity. And this is part of the global attack on democracy. Right-wing extremism is rising. Workers' rights are crumbling, and authoritarianism is gaining ground. But let me be very clear. The fight for peace is a fight for democracy, and the fight for democracy is a fight for trade union rights. Strong democracies deliver for workers. They protect them, uphold their trade union rights, and reject militarism. There is another way. Instead of endless aggression and war, we can build a world based on common security. But what does that mean? It means international security that rests on a commitment to joint survival rather than a threat of mutual destruction. It means recognizing that true security comes not from weapons, but from decent work, social protection, climate justice, and equality. And it means respecting international law and investing in diplomacy, not devastation. Trade unions, we have a vital role to play in this struggle, in creating democratic systems that deliver. In workplaces, through collective bargaining, we reduce tensions and build bridges. In societies, through social dialogue, we promote understanding and prevent conflict. And at the global level, we must fight for disarmament, for the abolition of nuclear weapons, and for an end to the arms trade that fuels global violence. The ITUC has long championed this vision, and we will not stop now. Here today, we call for an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine and in all conflicts worldwide. We demand an end to military escalation and a return to the principles of international law. And the only path to peace is through diplomacy, dialogue, democracy, and respect for human and trade union rights. War will never bring justice, only peace can. We also stand in solidarity with all people caught in the crossfire of conflicts they did not choose for. We demand their protection, their rights, and their dignity. And now is the time for action. History has shown us that workers have the power to change the world. We have defeated fascism. We have dismantled apartheid. We have won rights that seemed impossible to achieve. And now we must fight for peace. Go out there and make the case for peace. Build alliances across borders, across society. Mobilize, organize, and demand that governments stop prioritizing war over the well-being of their people. And as we stand together today, let us send a clear message. We reject war. We demand peace. And we will fight for a world where justice, equality, and human dignity prevail. Thank you.
Dear Italian brothers and sisters, on behalf of millions of Ukrainian workers who have been fighting for democracy and freedom for almost 3 years, let me send to you the warmest words of gratitude and solidarity. Every night and every day we continue our struggle. We know that we have your support, and we sincerely thank for your constant help and humanitarian aid to our people. We are confident in our right for bright and prosperous future in the socially just and democratic Europe. We are sure that together we will design and build it. For example, at the Ukraine Recovery Conference this summer in Rome. Keep on standing with Ukraine, and in solidarity we will win.